I set time for 4:30 to 5:30 bell, so I only have half an hour left. So
Uh, my mistake, sir. I know you're 3 hours ahead. Anyway, there was a few questions I wanted to try to ask, if
okay, no
possible.
worries.
So how exactly
Yeah,
did you get
sure.
started with martial arts and doing stunt work back then?
Well, I live in Connecticut. And, we went to a studio first. Opened a lot of studios. I went to them for like couple couple like 6 7 months, and then I went to another club and I did my practicals there. So I was making my career in Connecticut, and I was about uh, like 17 18. I told him that I wanted to go to Hollywood to do movies, and he said, "Go for it." And so I left to go to California, Connecticut. It's about 19 20 years old.
Now, I understand that when it came to doing um, the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers film, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were not only doing the White Ranger suit, but you were also in the Ninjetti suit for a brief time, wasn't it?
Yes, they put a. I know. Yeah, we talked to the movie many times, but you know, when White Ranger goes to the circle and he was in his first movie, and he stopped trying to do like a spin kick or corkscrew trick.
Mhm.
You remember that part?
A little bit.
Well, they put me in this little gadget. Yeah, put me in this little gadget and spin movie. They made a like a gadget do that stunt.
So with regards to the Ninjetti suit, I was kind of going off a little bit some notes that I used to write down, but since most of the actors that were playing the Rangers said that they're kind of like comfortable pajamas, since you got to wear it briefly, from your
Yeah,
experience, approximately how many layers would you say that suit was?
it was very thin. I know that. And then Power Rangers played around.
Hmm. There was one moment that I recall seeing in the film, and it had to do with Tommy executing that Ninjetti's corkscrew kick. I'm just kind of curious though, were you the one that was like spinning around though when that was happening?
Yeah, that's what I was just telling you about. They made a contraption. They put me into the thing. And it was like me, like the first you see from the front. You know,
Oh,
so like you get on. I was actually doing. And one time, I think the last thing, and I was in there, and the camera came at me,
mhm.
like my face, and I had to yell out, "The camera coming from my face," and I got a stitch from that.
Oof, I see. Now I understand that since you and Eric Betts both got a chance to wear the Green Ranger suit as well on like different episodes, there was one that I recall that with both the White Ranger as well as the Green Ranger. Which one were you in that case during that moment?
Well, what happened there?
Sorry about that, but connection was kind of acting up a little.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was just wondering, but with regards to the suit, which one were you during that one? Because Eric Betts, I know he did the Green Ranger suit, and then since he
Hmm.
also did White, um, there was one moment in Power Rangers where White was going against Green. Do you recall which one you were in that moment?
I guess I don't know this picture right here.
Mm.
You know what?
Oh, there we go. Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. I actually don't have that many copies left, but
Mm. Now, since I know that you, Eric Betts, and like when you guys were on WMAC Masters, how did you guys like know some of? How did you guys like know each other though back in the
we
day?
were,
Was it like through?
yeah, we know he was actually Eric was actually one of the first to run the full
Mhm.
season, or even like the first season, and he was already
Uh,
there. But they brought in a new group of people to work, and I was with Isaac Florentine. You remember that name?
yes, I remember reading about that in the book. Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac Florentine. So Isaac Florentine actually brought me in, and then he told me about this guy Erik Betts who could really like float in air,
Hmm.
and he really impressed me. He was really good at it. What he does, and he was the first person I see that could like do a backflip that looked like he's staying in air like Michael Jordan or something.
Hmm. Now, I understand that you got a chance to meet Jason David Frank, albeit briefly, though, while on the set for the '95 Power Rangers film. Though, what was that like?
Well, I know Jason way back in the Power Ranger when he first got there. So if I could tell you that story how I met him, it was kind of funny. Is I played a joke
Hmm.
on him. What happened? He came over and we started doing some karate, and I told him I was a white belt. And then he's like, "Oh, really nice about it. You got to
Hmm.
start." And I took it really hard.
Yeah, I hear from most of the actors they said that he was quite the prankster on set, and that every time like something happened, he seemed to have almost like mostly gotten away with it almost all the time, from what I hear. But there was one fun little fact that Mr. Betts shared with me once when I interviewed him when we met again a few months ago, and it had to do with the sound of the Putty Patrollers. And he mentioned about an old cartoon back in the '60s called Herculoids, and it was from two characters that was from that cartoon. And he told me that when he presented the idea to Haim Saban, unfortunately, he didn't get the credit, but someone else did. So that's how the sound was actually made back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he did a lot. Like, creative, actually
Mhm.
started at like uh, so a lot of this stuff that he kind of did, and the last couple of years, like I did some major shoots in the Power Rangers, but I never got credit. They don't want to know there's a ranger.
Mhm.
You know, they don't want to make. They don't want to.
Right. What would you say was one of the toughest scenes that you actually had to do when you were actually in the suit for at least doing it either on the film or whether it was on the show?
Well, I remember the Power Rangers heavy. You know, like I said, kind of way like this. And then we had to do a test.
Anyway, it was nice talking to you, Mr. Nguyen. I really appreciate you coming on today.
Okay.
Thank you for your time, sir.